He is bulletproof, fireproof, and can think faster than supercomputer. He can see in the dark and move objects 3,000 times his size. His only instinct to destroy everything he touches.
I don't think it's too avant-garde to say that Lilo and Stitch is the best thing Disney made in the 2000s. It's my favorite Disney movie from my childhood, but what's its competition? Country Bears? Meet the Robinsons was cool. Okay. Hi. I usually don't like doing too many Disney-themed videos so close together. On top of the fact that I wore this outfit on the Mary Poppins video. Don't get me wrong, I have no shame in rocking the same outfit over again, but let's look at the weather in Philly. Yeah, no. My makeup would melt in this heat wave. If I'm not cute in my videos, I'm just a person who's wrong about Disney films. And on that note, try this wrong opinion, for example.
On what poor, defenseless planet has my monstrosity been unleashed?
Whenever the internet talks about Lilo and Stitch, what's brought up is the Lilo half. This movie's realistic depiction of sisters is super refreshing for a company who's 12 years away from making Frozen. It shows that a Disney movie could succeed without relying on the same format, tropes, or even art style. There's nothing wrong with princesses, but Lilo and Stitch doesn't even have an I want moment. And sure, Chicken Little doesn't sing or rely on any Howard Ashman-style Disney film tropes, but I can't in all faith talk about Chicken Little without blood leaking from my nose. However, I feel like Lilo and Stitch discourse almost intentionally ignores half of this movie. Like, okay, I haven't seen anyone directly hate on Stitch. The farthest I've seen is Doug Walker saying in a Disney-sember how disinterested he is in Stitch, and how Lilo and Nani are what makes this movie a timeless classic.
Movie that's supposed to be one thing, but it does one element so well that it actually almost works against it. Like I said, these two characters are great. The aliens, they're okay. I mean, I guess you do sort of grow to like Stitch, and some of the side characters get a few giggles.
That's the Nostalgia Critic hatred.
I hate his criticisms of that movie because he's like, what? It looks like Vegas. Why does it look like Vegas? And it's like, because Vegas looks like Greece, you fucking idiot.
I never really bought into this idea. I strongly believe that without the Stitch in Lilo and Stitch, this movie wouldn't hit as hard. Stitch is more than a distraction for the kiddos to attack movie theater boredom. In fact, at every moment in these movies that I cry, it is because of Stitch. There's a scene in the first film where Jumba and Pleakley are watching Stitch while he sleeps. And I can't explain to you why it makes me get all emotional, despite the millionth rewatch, but it does.
626 was designed to be a monster, but now there's nothing to destroy. What must it be like to have nothing? Not even memories to visit in the middle of the night.
Stitch's arc in this film is all about empathy, and how it coincides with Lilo's story about keeping her little Ohana together. Like Jumba said, what must it be like to have nothing?
Waiting.
For what?
Family.
Ah, you don't have one. I made you.
Stitch doesn't have a family or memories of anything past what we're shown. Jumba built him to destroy, and anything else past that is a blank slate. There's a lot of scenes where Lilo and Nani are struggling to keep their family together. But if you notice, it's never just them. Once Stitch is added into their little Ohana, you start to notice that he's watching. Almost like he's studying them. The most powerful moment in the movie for me is the Aloha Oi scene. When Nani's told that she has to give up Lilo, she spends her last night together singing Aloha Oi while trying not to fall apart. They pan down to Stitch, and he has that look in his face, like he finally gets it. Stitch reads The Ugly Duckling early on in the film and is attached to it. Maybe Stitch is a freak of nature, or a monster. But if the duckling could find a family, then maybe his is out there somewhere. A good chunk of Stitch's scenes are devoted to him just being a complete menace. He really does only know how to break things, but it's he who keeps Nani and Lilo together in the end. Jumbo was right in the beginning, but by the end of the movie, Stitch manages to find his own family. It's small and broken, but for a creature without anything but basic instincts, it's just big enough. And there's a lot you lose from Lilo's story if you take Stitch out of the equation. Their personalities and their story arcs really sync up. Both are outcasts, aggressive, and in a way are having their family torn apart by two factions. Lilo by the social worker, and Stitch by aliens. They're aliens. Without the Stitch in Lilo and Stitch, then this movie is resided to be that rare Disney underachieving bomb. One that people claim is an underrated gem even though no one but them has even seen it. You know, like Black Cauldron, or Atlantis, or Strange World, or Treasure Planet, or Brother Bear, or Dinosaur, or Fantasia 2000s. Our wallets fucking hated the Fantasia films. The Wild, Wish, Lightyear. How the fuck does this company even stay afloat? Holy shit.